we go. Alright, I've got fancy new graphics and crap now, and I've got a remote control to move stuff about, so hopefully this will be a bit more professional, than last time. We'll see what happens. So let me switch over and use my fancy remote control. Look at this. This is magic. And if I switch back to my browser, so what I want to do this time, I have now added some stuff to my Trello board. I'm going to start with Dockerizing stuff, because I want to get to the point where I can add a database connection, and I don't want to worry about setting that up if I switch machines or yada yada yada. So I figured I'll go through. My plan is to Dockerize the React app, make sure it all works, then Dockerize the API, make sure they all work, and then I'll add the database. So the Docker files and the Docker Compose, and just build it up as I go, which is pretty much my plan. So I'm just going to start on that really. So let's might as well start. I'm loving this remote control, by the way. It's so useful. Just gonna close everything I've got, and we'll start with the front end. You may have noticed as well, if you've watched any others, I've got a brand new VS Code theme. Because while I can't change tech stacks anymore while I'm doing this, I can change everything else as a distraction. I've done a fair bit of Docker, but it's usually just messing with stuff that's already set up. So it's going to be, well, probably a lot of Googling, I imagine. We'll see what I can remember. I don't actually know what the latest version of Node is. Let's have a look. Need to remember to keep zooming everything in massively. Don't zoom me out on. Right. So I just want the Alpine. Alpine 312. This is different from what I remember. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, yeah, that's 12. $3.12 doesn't sound like the right version. I don't even know what the latest version of Node is actually. Slim, stretch, slim. Thanks. I mean, you can barely see it right now, you can just see my little blue thing around me webcam really, I think right now. I'm just gonna go with one I know exists, because this is just getting boring. I don't know if it's the latest or not, it's probably not. But so today, if I go back to my board, I can move things. I'm working towards having a database connection basically, so I'm going to put that in Docker, and I think while I'm doing that, I'll put the API in the front end into Docker as well. Get it all running with Docker Compose nice and smooth. So I'm going to start with the front end, the API, and the Docker Compose. Get them, make sure they all run and play nice together, and then I'll add in the database, sort out a connection, and if I can create something, I'll count that as a win, basically. So I'm starting with the front end, the React container. So I'm literally just starting with the React one now. So I want to particularly package JSON. The lock. Npm install, don't care about logs. Yeah, I've not done much. I've got bits I remember from doing stuff fairly recently, but I've no doubt something will go wrong. Actually, why do I need to do that if I don't want to copy. I want to copy everything but the node module. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look right. Run port 3000. Is it starting to? Yeah. Is that? Why do I have to copy them separately? I think you basically want to copy everything without the node modules, isn't it? That was a fun because I can't actually remember what the Docker build command looks like. Well, so far my command's gonna look so you can't see me terminally, can you? Oh, I've done a number on my editor, I'll have to sort that out. I think it's Docker build. Then tag it with something if you want to, but I can't quite remember, so I'm having a quick look. Yeah, it looks about right, doesn't it? Hey, we'll go with that. Oh, great. Oh, I have no idea what that means. No such file or direct. I'm in the wrong folder. That doesn't help. Let's try that again. Yeah, that looks better. So pro tip, use a file that exists. I'm here with pills of wisdom throughout. Not today. I'm still working this week. This is a very healthy Diet Coke. But I am off work for the next 2 weeks after Friday, so I am thinking of going for a Balmer Peak special. Yeah, this thing's quite annoying. I might just quickly try and resize. This is going to look really weird. I know. Should we go to be right back because this is going to look really strange for a minute. We'll count that as a success. That should look better, hopefully. Let me know if it looks even worse. Docker, can I just ls images? Docker list images. Docker images ls. Hey, and you'll get it eventually. Yeah, I don't think it quite fits. I think I'll have to cut it off one side and put something else as filler somewhere at some point, but that's a problem for another day. So I've built it. I need to. That looked really weird, I imagine. Docker run. The top bar not really good. And I think the top bar's there. If I go back to code, you can see the top bar. I think it's just the aspect ratio is coming through not quite right, so I just need to sort that out at some point. Specify an image. Yeah, but I didn't get an image, that's what I was thinking. Oh, that's why. Yeah, actually failed. Copy failed. That makes sense. It's because it's not a full stop, it's a dash. Yeah, dude, I've got loads I'm gonna have to learn about how this all stuff works. Once I've only just figured out about this remote thing, which is quite handy. But so there's my second pearl of wisdom for the day. Actually check the output to see if things succeed, because that did not. I am really living up to the name. Yeah, so I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and they've got this Streamlabs deck app thing. You scan a QR code in the app, and then you can do your scene transitions and all that kind of thing. It's quite cool. What I just realised what I haven't done is disabled the shortcuts on my mouse, but I'll probably hit them by accident at some point. Yeah, this makes sense, it's taking a lot longer. Thanks. Come on. This is fun. Hey, that looks a lot better. That doesn't. Images. Why is there no image available for it? Really tell I haven't done much in a while. This should take 2 seconds if you know what you're doing. Yeah, see, it should be in my images. Why is it not in my images? Can I just... Oh well, you might have to, but I thought it usually just come up as an unnamed image, or it used to. I'm sure it did. I probably should tag things. And I think, doesn't it auto get auto tagged as latest, or do you have to add that one in as well? Yeah, see it. See the latest. I don't know. I'll have to have a play around with it later. Compiled, started. So is it running? Do we think? No. Also, it probably won't. I imagine you need to do the ports option. I think it's just -P. I think it's just nope. This is just where I do a lot of guesswork for 10 minutes, isn't it? Yeah. Google. Oh. I really can't remember. And I feel like I've done this before. Can I get... Let's see what the help output. Expose it, but I think being exposed in a container thing, I just have to bind it to my part, I think. So is it just... That didn't look right, did it? Yeah. How can I not remember this? I bet I can get it running in Docker Compose faster than I can do this. Try expose, I guess. Or is it an order issue? This is not running as smoothly as I'd like. Nope. See, that's what I thought it was. Am I just putting things in the wrong order? Going to that, is docker run -p. Yeah, that's it. It's just literally just the wrong order. Well, that was a waste of time. Oh well. Sometimes you've really got to live up to your username, haven't you? Okay, so that's started up now. Let's have a look. Hey, look at that. Awesome. Very professional looking website, clearly. Well, count that as a victory. So that's a container for... I'm going to make a note of this, otherwise I will forget again. Should become irrelevant in a second, like. Right, so let's do it to the API. So this one I've never done. I've done Python ones before, but I've never done one for Fast API. I've done the Flask one before. I want a 3.9 image as well. Just want 3.9 slim. Why does it keep doing that? Seriously. It refreshes every time I enter something, so I can't keep typing. That's really annoying. Yeah, 3.9 slim. code, right? From that. Right then, and I'm going to try and do it the same way I did a Flask API and hope it works similar way. It should do, I think. Copy to a Casper folder, or copy. Is that right? No, that's not right. It's just source, I think I want. I want to copy it to. We'll need the requirements file. Install the requirements. Suppose the port. Which port? It's 5,000, I think. Sure, an API called somewhere. Oh, 8,000. So wrong. That's per usual. Suppose 8,000, then you should just be able to put the command from this. I think. Sorry. Ubicon. See if that works. So I'm actually in the right folder this time at least. Will-T. You tag it that way around, don't you? Just see if it does come up that way. See what happens. That looks promising. Let's just choose LS. So yes, it still doesn't come up as tag there, does it? Something weird going on with that. Let's use that again. Docker run -p 8,000. See if it'll be. There we go. That's the first problem. There's no module file source. So what have I done? Copy source. I think maybe it's just that. So the command's trying to run a source app, source main. But I've set the work directory as app. So it'll be Casper main, Casper source main. So if I get rid of that, see if that works. Okay. Nope, that still didn't work. I thought that would have done it. do. Second provides 2 arguments. Oh. In bash. Does it have to be running first? That's a good point. Could be. So you reckon if I do it like an app source copy like that? Worth a try. At least it builds a lot quicker than the React one. Ah, that's progress. So it's found the app. I don't care about app reload, do I? No, I don't think so when it's running the container. Or is it just that that has to be a separate argument? I'm never sure how they work very well. Let's find out. That's better. So he's got a root when you're talking. That should do. Back on there. Let's focus again. So that could just be me being an idiot. This. With curl. I can't remember. No, see that's not running. It's not bound the port, has it? Yeah, so it's not bound the port for some reason. Got to switch back. So it's running, but it looks like to me it's not running on port 8000, which it should be. Why wouldn't it be? Exposed it the same. I'm not sure. It's also not quitting very well. Cool. I broke it. That's not supposed to happen, by the way. There we go. Bit worrying. But why weren't it working? If I exposed 8000, I thought I bound to 8000. flow. That'd be useless without this. I wouldn't have thought so, given I didn't have to do that for React one, but you never know. Try running it with the network host. Let's give it a try. Don't know what else to do really. Network host, I think alright. Yeah, failed to connect still. I have no idea why. That's really annoying. Have I done anything stupid? Is it something to do with Unicall? No, so with that. It feels like it's just not running another port, I don't know why. That could be it. Command after the let's not stop again, so let's try that. Not quicker. Okay. Yeah, that'll cause a problem. Server out. that is an option. So it is an option. Maybe it's just the way I've written the command out. Why? This is not very well, is it? So that works, but didn't work with the host thing. That seems to say something's missing. And that's exactly like someone else has done it, yeah. And granted, they say they're on problems too, but that's not going to work, is it? So what have I done wrong? A lot of possibilities, I imagine. Unicorns there. So now I'm saying I want to run this command, which is working. Let's see if so it works if it's run like that, but for some reason that command's not working. I don't know why. At least I know that'll work. Yes, exit. That kills it with me, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's now I just need to find out why that command's not working. CMD. Yeah, see, that's what I thought I was doing, which is this. Unless that's meant to be part of the command and not a parameter, but I'd assume that was the first parameter. I wouldn't have, it could be. But you'd have thought your parameters and your values would be kept together. Just seems like that'd be a bit weird. Could be the space. Could be the space. So if you say do it as something like that instead. That looks better. Oh, I think he's cracked it for me. He has, he's cracked it for me. Cheers, mate. Yeah, so it's just the space. Nice one. I still don't know why it's not quitting very well. Yes, I don't know why that's happening, but so that gives me an API and a front end. So let's put them together. Stop. So we need front end API. Say image or is it build? Build. Yeah, it's build. Context. So run it from the root, so it's just .api, I think. No, that's the wrong way around. That's that way around. Alright, then, so I need for the front end. Oh, too much. Parts. That'd be 3000. 3000. Can I have a new environment? I think I need a command. PM. To 8000 and command. Oh, it's in the doc file now. Sort that out. I don't think you need quotes. I'll find out soon enough. Is that enough? Sign out. Doc compose. Spell compose right. Help. Actually, there's one thing I wanted to do. If you set up an N file, I can give it a name so you get all like a prefix, I think it is, to all the containers. I think that's how you do it. It's a browser. Say docker compose project name. Close enough. What's project name? Yeah, you get a prefix one. Yeah, so I'll add that in a minute. I hate Node. I was so tempted to try and use templates or something to avoid React or something like that. I genuinely thought the container for the API would go a lot quicker than that. Oh well. As long as it works. Oh, this is slow. Is that how many added? 2,000? Jesus Christ. All I've done that's a basic React app and I added what? 2 libraries, Axios and Ortho? Jesus. Compose run. No, it's not run, is it? It's up. Module not found, great. Well, it's not. The container run fine, didn't it? I'm not being a bit mental here. Command name. Oh god. Yep, typo. Cheers. It's not annoying at all. Stop that. I'm gonna blame that on it being late and me being tired. See, yeah, that's really weird. That I'm gonna have to have a look at why it's so slow to die. Oh, it's better. And in theory now this should all work together. But it's not. I think it's going to fail on the API call. If I go to 3000, so that's running fine. The API should be running okay. But I think this is going to fail. Oh no, it worked. Sweet. I thought it were going to have to do because it's going out and into another container. I didn't know if it'd be able to reach it without using that like Docker for Mac localhost thing. Well, that works. Cool. So then that's the API on the front end. So I want to add the database, and then it'll get tricky because then I need to actually connect to the database to prove it works. So let's add the DB. I'm going to use Postgres. Just one I've been using fairly recently. What's the latest version of Postgres? I could use the latest, couldn't I? But use latest. Live life on the edge. I'm a rebel. Right, that's that. Port, standard database port. I think it is that. Need environment variables. User Postgres password and the name of the database. And we're going to need a volume. If I have a blank volume, I can maintain the database data without worrying about things and just use that as fill this D. What are the usernames? Does it have standards? Quick reference. I don't think it really matters, does it? Oh, it's optional. Oh, let's get rid of it. Whoever else sets a super user password. Default post. I'm happy with the default Postgres for now. So if that's not needed, super password. Then is the DB one needed? Oh, no, optional. Oh, I'm loving this. Then the value of Postgres user, which is just Postgres. We'll get one. We'll get one. Call it Casper. Okay. So hopefully that'll spin up. Well, let's try it. Let's if it starts up, it's a good sign. Then I can worry about connecting to it. Yeah, that looks like a good start. Okay, so let's try and remember how to connect to a database in Fast API. Blah blah blah. That's what I want. Okay, so cd API source. Let's nick a bit. Stolen. Right, so I am using PostgreSQL user password. Oh, let's get me compose. No one had ever guessed this password. User is Postgres at Postgres service DB. So I think that's just the address, which I think if I name the container, I might just be able to use the container name. We call that Casper DB. Is that right? I'll be localhost. I don't think it matters that bit actually. Let's not complicate things. And I've called it Casper. So hopefully that'll allow me to connect. I think they're fine. Okay, Jen. I don't think I need. Oh, sorry. I don't think I need that. Let's keep it bare minimum for it to work. And then there is one thing I'm going to need. I don't like how he sets it up. I remember this bit. Yield DB. And we want to use dependency injection to get this into the files I want. And if I do that, I can then use that function, I think. I seem to recall it being that. Let's go back and see what you were saying after that. Yeah, so I got rid of that because I'm not using SQL, alright. think I've got all that about as simple as it'll go. I'll commit all flush bind engine, yeah. And then got that. Models and crap, right. Time is it? Yeah, about half an hour yet. Cool, so let's try and get this working. So create database models. See, again, I don't want every model I'm going to have in a single class. That's just not right to me. So, models. One of the first things I'm going to add is a company. So we'll just start there. Let's see how he does it. Again, it reminds me a lot simpler than this to start with. So let's be up one level from his. That's what we call the company. AD. I didn't talk to import anything, did it? Oh wait, no it did, it just doesn't scroll with me, that's fine. So that's going to be an integer and my primary key. And we'll give it a name. And say that it can't be nullable. Can't remember what the default is, but I'm always fairly explicit when I set to those. So that should give me a model. The table name's handy though, isn't it? Skip over all that. I'm not doing relationships yet, I can worry about that later. So I don't want to bother with schemas. Yeah, we'll follow him. Since he's done it, we'll do it. You just got a single one and he's got like a base and everything, so if we call, I don't want to keep calling things company, so the imports might get confusing, so I'll call it company schema. So just nicking some stuff again. I'm not having anything optional, so I'll not worry about that. It's me a company base, and it's just going to. Did he have an ID? Oh yes, this has been the schema that's going to be passed in when I create one. She's not going to have that, so she's going to have a name. Literally, that's it. Nice and simple. Okay. No idea. Let's have it. so he's put this in a CRUD PI file. I tend to just have service files, different stuff. So I have like a company service for this one, so we'll create that instead. And mine's going to be slightly different again, I think, here. Is it? Maybe not. So I want the session. And then I'm going to want my model. Call it right, yeah. And we'll start with let's create, pass in the DB. I'm gonna have to associate with these with the user ID at some point, but I'll worry about that later. So I'm just going to leave it as literally just that, and I'll hard code something just to see if it works. So I'm going to create a company with a name. So it'll only work once. Always a good sign. I don't think they really care about returning anything at this point. And then the main. Ask me. Just import the company service. Create a new root for it. Always create on a get, that's wise. But it's just a test, I just want to see if the connection works. How do I do that now? Do I have to do anything? Pass that in. Oh, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. Where was that one? That's what I'm looking for now. What am I looking for? Session. Oh, in the Davis, wasn't it? Oh, the session. Missing a bracket. And then I think you can. Do I need to pass that through? Yeah, pass that through. Pass DB. Cool. I'm not sure if I missed anything or not. Let's find out. Docker compose. Oh. Docker compose build. So hopefully that'll connect me and create me a company. While that's building, I'll go back to my Trello board. Look at that, because I've done that. I've done that. I'm looking at that bit now. So that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. See if it works first. Let's go. What I need to do. Oh. Of course. I am an idiot. It is in the name. What I haven't done is actually added the relevant package. Should probably mention somewhere in those docs I skipped over. Which bit's my catchphrase? I'm an idiot. I do say it a lot. It is in the name. I think the name was actually the best thing I've done so far, if I'm honest. It's not just SQL Alchemy I need, I'm sure it's not. So I can install SQL Alchemy. It's also, I don't know if capitalization matters. I'm not sure if you need the Postgres driver. I'm sure you do. Something like that. That one. I'm sure you need that one as well. So I'm going to grab both at once. Oops. And then freeze that back out. Okay. Build that again. But yeah, so I'm at work next 2 days. Then I've got the rest of my annual leave because we've been in lockdowns, pandemics, and what have you. I've taken very little time off this year, so I booked 2 weeks off. So I've got 2 weeks. Then they announced that we're in lockdown for those 2 weeks, so I can't do anything or go anywhere, which is fun. So I've got a feeling I might end up spending a bit more time on this, and I won't have to do it at stupid hours for me. I mean, I'll set the schedule, so I'll stick to it for now, but I might do some extras around it, and hopefully try and just keep a bit of progress moving on this. So I've only set it to do about 3.5 hours a week on the schedule. I want something to stick to, but I don't think if you're trying to make progress on an actual product, that's going to fall shy after a while. It's just around full-time work, eating, sleeping, spending time with your family and things like that. You didn't get left with that much time. So there's one thing I haven't done as well. I'm gonna need a way to look at that database easily. And I'm going to take a guess and say I don't have PSQL, which might be the easiest way. It's always weird though. Otherwise I'm not going to know if I've actually added anything to database very well, am I? Oh, give me that. So this is going to take up an annoying amount of time. I should have done this in advance, really. This is the kind of thing I don't like doing while I'm on here, because I do think it's boring for people to watch. So yeah, this is me installing a bunch of things. Woohoo! Oh, actually, that's a good point. I don't need that. I can get onto the container. I should be able to get onto the Postgres container and just check there, save me faffing around too much. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. See if I remember after that. Get a quick try. Docker exec. Let's find the name of the container first. Just PSQL. Oh God. Let's look at this for a state of a command. That looks awful. Thanks to that with the username. Just left it as Postgres, didn't I? Right, dash U Postgres. Alright. Dash capital U. Success. The only problem now is I can't remember how to use PSQL. In table. Actually, let's just start with list anything. I genuinely can't remember how to use this thing. It's been ages. /L. See, that doesn't look good. Really, does it? Drop table. It looks like there's nothing to drop, if I'm honest. Almost like I've missed something somewhere. And of course I have. Of course I have. There's no migrations, is there? There's nothing to create that table. Sure, that's going to have to be created somewhere. How have I done that before? Or have I just used database that already existed? Is that Google stuff? Migrations. Ah, so it's just the Lembic one, so I have done this somewhere. I've done it with Flask. This is going to take me forever to figure out now, isn't it? Oh, that's just took me straight back to the same thing. Oh God. This looks awful. Start with that bit then. I'm not looking forward to this bit. I can't remember how to quit that either. Answers that one really, doesn't it? Didn't expect to open it, but yeah. Okay, so I've got Alembic. Alembic in it. Yeah, so there's I've done this with Flask before, but Flask's got its a package to handle things like this, so I don't have to do this. Oh, that's got to be a good sign on it. Directory already exists. Let's come back to this. Don't have anything like migrations folder or anything. Create an environment, there we go. Alembic in it, Alembic. I like it. Cool, so thanks. I always wanted something brighter, and now I'm drawn to neon pinky colours. Why not? So I've done the innate. Edit, oh god. I don't really want to edit that, that looks awful. I'll skip that bit, you reckon? I just want something simple, here we go. With the environment in place, we create a new revision. Using Alembic revision. Let's try that. Just call it innit. Innit, mate. So that's created me a version. Cool. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't seem to have done a great deal, does it? It's not filling me with confidence. Oh, sorry, I didn't switch it back, but yeah, it's pass is not a good sign. Right, you just said that's where it's has generated. So I get to do it myself. Right, that doesn't make sense. I mean, you'd expect the migration to be based on your model files. I'll worry about that later, I guess. Just start nicking stuff. Actually, that has got nearly everything I wanted. It's just don't need the description because I only created a name and an ID. Yeah, I've never done this kind of migration in Python. I was saying earlier, I've used Flask, and there's a fine actually. I bet there's Flask SQL alchemy migration. Yeah, Flask migrate. And that does everything pretty much for you. You just add some stuff in your starter bar in a separate script, and that'll take care of it all for you, which is really nice. But I'm not sure if something like that exists for Fast API or not. It's something I'll look at later. I don't want to waste time right now just going through stuff. I just want to get this working, check it works first. But yeah, so ID, name, primary key nullable. It's not nullable, is it? Yeah. So that should be all that's needed, I think. Oh, sorry. So yeah, I've just copy and pasted with it. It fortunately had The values I pretty much wanted as well. So let's run our first migration. Now on to run. Let's give it a try. Given I haven't specified a database connection somewhere, I'd expect this to fail. But you never know. No such module. Got something to do with this. Yeah, so I think if I go back to that ini file thing, I think in here, there we go. So I'm not sure what to set for that driver. The SQL URL should come from some other source, such as the environment variables or a global registry. So how do I set it as a... So I don't mind doing that. I need to switch back again then, didn't I? It takes some getting used to that. Get main options, file. So why is set? It sets this URL then overwrites it. No, I was just getting it from my configs. If I set it in the config, it'll pull it out. So I've called it Casper. Username just Postgres. My super, how could I forget that? Super secure this. Not sure how to change the driver bit. Let's see. I think I do. Given that. That looks like what I wanted. Place. Let's see how that goes. Clear that down. That looks better. Okay. Then why? Hey. Okay. So I shouldn't need to do that, so I want to make a note of those commands in a bit, but first, how do I list tables? List tables, database, so I can't remember anything. Switch to a database. /C. Cool, that works. RDT. companies. Cool. And then I want to be able to see what's in companies. Oh yeah, because it's just a command then, isn't it? .vs terminal load your... Yeah, it loads wherever you set the default is, so when I create a new terminal I'm using ZSH and it'll pull it in for me, my ZSHRC file. And VS Code sets it up to activate my Python virtual environment. But the weird thing about that is, so I've opened a new terminal, it's activated it there, and I'm just in the root folder of the project. But when I first open VS Code, it doesn't. So the first terminal I have to activate it myself, and I don't know why that is. If I select all from companies, yeah, okay. So let's see, so I created in main, so what did I call it? Company, because I'm a very smart person. Close. Don't brain fart that. Company. Internal server, a great sign. It didn't tell me what the error was, which is not, and it didn't create anything. Alright, so let's do this locally. So, what is the problem? Too many things open now. Close all. So something's gone wrong here, I'd imagine. Yeah, I haven't set up the hot reloading properly for this, have I? I'm just going to run it locally to test. I can drop the row later and put it back up. It's not a very useful error, but then again I've not written very good code, so what do I expect really? Okay. Where did I go wrong? Debugging with print statements is always the way to go. So adds, but it can't commit. Yeah. I'm trying to remember how exception handling happens. Try accept exception as is it that? If this works first time I'll be well chuffed. Let's try that again. It did work first time. Oh yeah, because it's not going to work now, is it, you moron? Close the database now. Good job, good job. Right. I haven't set up an easy way to run just the database either, so I've made this a bit more awkward on myself. Yeah. So I could do with, tell you what, I'll add stuff to my board. That's a good idea, isn't it? Oh, going to that. So that'll make things a bit easier. Oh, that was the other one. I'll check if the web one works. There. So it's all running. Let's see how broken it is now. Yeah, so if I open my Docker Compose, I've got 3. So I've done the Docker file for the front end, the React app, the Fast API, and one for the database. And I've got just set up a volume to keep the data across. So I think, what have we got here? Could not connect to the server, connection refused. So that says something's wrong with this. So let's have a look. What can I do about that? So if I thought that'd work. This is going to get really annoying now having to do that every time. I wonder if it's that. I'm not on Mac. I'm not sure what that is on WSL actually. What error I got? Can access it via locals. Yeah, I thought that might be the issue. Service name. Yeah, that's what I thought about earlier. So the service name. So if I give a container name, I did mention that earlier, didn't I? We'll call it Casper DB. I think it's then you can change that. Yeah, container name, yeah, so I've just added that. Yeah, so you call it Casper DB and use that in place of localhost. But yeah, this is terrible for actually doing stuff now, isn't it? So I'm going to have to set up a command just to run that container on its own. Oh well, to be fair, fast reloading in the API will solve it anyway, so I should look into that. Let's give it a try. Not up yet. Oh, of course, because it's got a different name now. It's just called Casper DB. Yeah, this person, I was watching some videos about basically how to use Twitch, because I'm an idiot, on YouTube, and there's a guy who, from what I gather, is a fairly prominent streamer person, Alpha Gaming, Harry Teller, and he mentioned a couple of them that he's got his, he started this Stream Beats thing, so he's got a bunch of playlists around for like royalty DRM free music that you can do. So there's a few Spotify playlists, this is one of them, so you never have to worry about being naughty, I guess. -L. I've already forgotten what the commands were for this. Give me a second. Dash C, that right? Dash C. So there's nothing there, right? Come on, right. Did I still get an error? No. Whee! Cool, so that works now, so I actually have a connection. And 10 minutes late, but better late than never. So that's pretty good. So that's gone from nothing before this. Not that. So now I've got the front end API in containers. There's a Docker composer and everything with a database, and they're all talking to each other. So that's not bad. I think that's alright for one session. So let me just sort out my Git stuff. Sweet. And I believe I need all that. Makes it easier. Yeah. There we go. So if I go just quickly update this as well. So I've done that, that's connecting now. So I think what I'm going to do next time on Sunday is going to be start creating him. So I think for the MVP I'm going to have whoever registers to start with is just going to be a company. So you're not expecting user registrations to start with, and a user as it for a while, will you be able to use it without signing up at all. So whoever registers will be a company record for him. He's filling some basic details kind of thing. So that's why I started with the company model for this one. So I think I'll do that on Sunday and start working through creating the company, linking that to the profile, and then I don't know, creating some job ad kind of stuff, and getting, once we've got the ads, we can start working on the application process. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this. So it's not bad. I said I want to get these done a bit more frequent than I have been doing, but I think it's taken about over 2 weeks, I think, or about 2 weeks to get 4 sessions in. So the next one will likely be Sunday, but with me having the next 2 weeks off work, I think I'll get on a bit more regularly at least. But hopefully it's somewhat interesting to people, and hopefully you'll keep joining, because it is awkward as hell just talking to nothing. Oh look, my chat thing works. So this is my first time using this overlay thing, so I've never seen any of this, so I was quite happy playing around with that this morning. But yeah, thanks for joining, and I'll be back on Sunday at 5 PM for us, but for me that's GMT. Oh, yeah, I think it says somewhere on this anyway. Yeah, I don't think the problem with doing, I can't do too much because I need to plan at least somewhat in advance, otherwise I'll be sat here for 10 minutes just staring blankly trying to think of what I'm supposed to be doing next. But yeah, cool, thanks for coming along, and hopefully it'll keep being interesting for people. See you later.